Hey friends, this is Alyson Rhodes, and you've tuned in to an episode of Journey to Wellness. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Journey to Wellness. Today's video is going to be about dissociation. I wanted to make this video because I've recently been struggling with some episodes where I will dissociate. I guess I do struggle with this myself, so I thought it would be helpful to have a video to discuss how we can help ourselves get out of that. I know a lot of you probably already know what dissociation means, but for those who don't, I'm going to read the definition. Dissociation is a mental process where a person disconnects from their thoughts, feelings, memories, or sense of identity, and it can be really frustrating to endure. I looked up some of the symptoms of dissociation, and it says just a general feeling of being disconnected from yourself and problems with handling intense emotions, feeling depressed or anxious, feeling that the world is distorted and not real, also known as derealization, memory problems that aren't linked to any other cause, physical injury, or any kind of medical condition, significant memory lapses, such as forgetting important information, and even it can go as far as identity confusion. Now, just because you experience one or some of these things doesn't mean you dissociate. So I encourage you, if you're experiencing a lot of these things, to please find a mental health professional to talk to. I know that everyone who experiences this does it differently. No one dissociates in the same way. So as far as personal experience, I wanted to give you guys a story of when it happened to me the other day. Just gone to counseling. We talked about some pretty intense stuff, and it was bringing out a lot of emotion in me, and I walked out of counseling and I started feeling really strange, kind of like I knew I wasn't feeling like myself. I sat down in my car, and then I just all of a sudden felt like I was in a haze, a fog. I couldn't move. I sat there for a second, wondering what was going on. I shut my door and I just sat in my car for 15 minutes. I felt like I had weights attached to my arms and somebody sitting on my chest, and I just couldn't think or talk or do anything. I couldn't text anyone, say, hey, please call me, I need to talk to somebody. I just felt like for those 15 minutes, I was in a totally different world. After all that time, I kind of figured out what was going on. I figured out I was dissociating and that I needed to figure out how to snap out of it. Well, I texted my counselor and she called me and gave me some techniques to use, and that's why I wanted to make this video, so I could share those with you and share some of my own ideas to help in those kind of situations. The first thing she told me to do was look around. Look around in my environment, see what was going on, and think about things that were surrounding me, like smells, feelings, colors, anything I could to distract myself from my own mind. And if I started to think about that again, to stop and start thinking about things around me. Something else I found extremely helpful is saying things aloud. Like when I first realized that what was going on, and I knew that I had to stop it, which sometimes we can't do that. But when we do, if I just say stop out loud, just saying stop, that really helps me start to come out of it too. And even turning on the radio and singing out loud really, really helps me come out of it. If you're at home when this happens and you have access to lots of different things that you can use, that would be even better. Like run your hands under really cold water, or touch something that's not going to injure you, but that feels different or feels soft, and notice how it feels on your skin, or even just jumping up and down, walking around, stretching your muscles, something to get you thinking about something else. I'm curious to see if you guys have any other techniques to use, because not only will it be helpful to those who watch this video, but to me as well, because I'm still learning how to deal with it, and any other kind of helpful information is going to be so wonderful to hear, and I will write it down. And so in the comments below, make sure you comment your techniques to help you deal with dissociation or come out of dissociation, because I think a lot of people would really like to know. Something to remember is that just because it doesn't work well the first time doesn't mean it's never going to work. I think this kind of thing takes lots of practice to get used to, and hopefully after time things will get easier and they'll get better and you'll get really good at coming out of your dissociative state, and you just have to practice and be prepared for when those things come on, which is why I made this video and why I have a list of things I can do so I know what I need to do when the time comes. Well, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Please, please, please understand that this is gonna take time and work and support, and take all these suggestions that people leave. If nobody leaves any suggestions, take the ones I have given you and make up your own. Make a list and be prepared so that when this thing happens to you, you can fight back. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button and share with your friends, because together we can end the stigma. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.